ass fresh.
Ice Cube says that a fourth Friday movie is moving forward. Quote, they finally came to their senses. We finally got some traction with Warner Brothers. What I understand with this whole thing is he's been trying to make this for years, but the head honchos at Warner Brothers just didn't want to do it, and they technically own a part of the Friday IP, I guess. So he was unable to go anywhere else with it until they either gave it to him, which wasn't going to happen, or or they just decided until they budged. And I guess what happened was a new guy took over Warner Brothers, at least in the position that he needed this guy to be in. And I guess he was boys with him, so he's finally giving it to Ice Cube, and they're going to go with a new Friday movie, presumably called Last Friday, which would make sense. Yeah, I mean, how do you feel about this though? Like, it's such a long time from that era, like we're talking 20 plus years. How do you feel about them making an Ice Cube 4 at this day and age?
It's a tricky thing because, some of the original cast is gone, right? Tiny Lister's gone.
John Witherspoon.
And John Witherspoon. There's only two that I know, but... and is everybody coming back, like Chris Tucker and people like that?
Chris Tucker has voiced that he doesn't want to be portrayed as like a weed smoker on screen anymore. Like he said something like that, like a hood character. So I don't know if
That's
Ice Cube
ridiculous.
gave him enough money to sway his mind or something. But yeah, I hope he comes back because he was like one of the best parts of that original movie.
Right. Yeah, that was funny. One of the most viral moments that that just played over and over and over again.
Every meme has some kind of moment with that. It's so good.
Yeah. I like to see the movie for myself. I like to see what's going on here. I mean, if this just is a cash grab, then you can see why we had a hard time getting it off its feet, sort of thing, right? But it's a tricky thing. Either you make it nostalgic and you do a lot of callbacks to the original movies, or you move it in a new direction with a new generation, and that doesn't always work because people push back on that, right?
Yeah, no, for sure.
But I can see it. I wonder if Ice Cube will bring his son in.
I mean, maybe. Like, this is take advantage of the age and the time that has passed by. Like, I'm a fan when we get to see characters grow old and, instead of being like recasted. So I'm down with that. Yeah, but it says here, Tommy Tiny Lister Jr. died, who played Debo, who also was a wrestler. And then Anthony A.J. Johnson died, who played Ezell. Ezell was the guy that was the thief, like the crackhead thief. So that actor passed away. And, of course, John Witherspoon passed away. So, yeah, they lost three people, man. Sucks.
Yeah. No bikes were safe when Tiny was around.
Man. Give me that chain. I think as long as he gets maybe his mother back, like the woman that played his mother, and at least Mike Epps, who played Day-Day, like I think you could do a lot with those. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you could do a lot. You could introduce new people. Get Nia Long back. Like you could do a lot. I feel like it'd be a cool little tribute to a time long forgotten. I made that sound very epic. Yeah, I'll watch it though. I'll watch it when it comes out. I mean,
I think that might be the right movie at the right time.
It's a miracle that it's even being made. I'll be honest. I thought it was like all but forgotten.
Right. Yeah, it is pretty interesting. But there you go. That one. And hey, if they end up making that Rush Hour 4 movie, that's another one that Chris Tucker can come back for.
Well, I think they confirmed that. He confirmed to do that. So he'll do that, but he won't do Friday.
Wow. Interesting. Okay.
Oh, well. Very cool. Yeah, and I'm aware that at the beginning of the segment I said Ice Cube 4 instead of Friday 4. Do not pan me in the comments.